double World Superbike champion, but more than that, we've got to ask you, how the hell did you pull that off at Silverstone early on this year?
I don't know. First off, I want to say hi to everybody. How's everybody doing?
Okay, all right, first question then. If you're saying hi to everyone,
Thanks for coming out.
what's it like to have the hair again?
This shit's been going away for years, and I'm like, man, that feels good, you know, a little free-flowing lock. No, anyway, Silverstone, we all know the story. I mean, basically what you don't know is I got a good start. I did, you know, 4 corners. I probably should have crashed in the 5th one. I hit a little puddle. I didn't crash, so I gained confidence. And immediately a switch went, fuck it, I'm already hurt. What's the worst that could happen? So, you know, then it was just real throttle on, and it all worked out in the end.
Someone told me you were thinking of even going out when you first done it in Barcelona. Was that the morphine talking?
Well, it might have been morphine, but I started every Grand Prix since 2003, so I was fit. Well, fit. Okay, I had surgery on Saturday, but I could at least start the race and come in. And the ding-dong, I'll keep the cuss words out, but the doctor said, no, you can't start. And I was a little pissed off about it. I just wanted to start the race and come in, but whatever, it is what it is.
And what about the level this year, Colin? It just seems to get better every year, doesn't it?
It's ridiculous. This asshole here sitting next to me. I mean, all these guys are literally, I mean, we have a better bike, better chassis. Everything's better than what we had last year, but our qualifying time's a little bit slower. Not happy about that, but we just got everything completely wrong this weekend. We're going to try something new. But the level is just ridiculous. It's stepped up to such a level to where it feels like you're just on the edge. You're always on the edge, but even more, like way out of your comfort zone.
He just said that. They asked the journalists asked the riders, why are the times a little bit slower this season at Laguna? Just a touch off last year. Is there any reason for that? Tires, conditions?
Man, I could make some shit up, but I mean, I really don't know.
They didn't know either, to be honest.
I really don't know.
You didn't have the experience.
But, you know, generally, I mean, they did repave it a few years ago, and the stones get a little bit dull. Not as sharp as what they were a couple years ago, so that might be it. But we actually have a softer tire this year than we had last year, so it should be faster, but it didn't work out that way.
And the future, Colin, I suppose you want to know what the future holds as well, but half a season gone. Where do you see yourself next year?
I don't know. I got 3 kids and a wife that still loves me, so that's all I'm really worried about.
And they're all here this weekend, aren't they?
They're all here, but as far as, it's just motivation. You know, I mean, if I got something that's going to give me some motivation, then, yeah, I want to race motorcycles. I still want to race. If not, hell, I'll go home and go fishing and hunting.
Is there anyone out here who wants to see him racing still next year? I want to. Colin Edwards, everyone. We'll move on to factory Yamaha racing. Ben Spies, everybody. Come on. Come on for the photo. Ben just missing out a course on the front row stage. So close, and a little bit of a spill towards the end there of the session. But you're all okay, aren't you?
Yeah, all good. I was telling you, I ran a little bit of talent going into turn 3, and that's an air fence out. Yeah, exactly. I got to see the air fence. It works pretty well, but nah, you know, a little unfortunate. I think we had a shot at the front row, but tomorrow it's not going to make a difference. I think we're, you know, in a pretty good place, but yeah, it's tough. I mean, you know, Jorge's, he's flying right now, even with the spill this morning, but that's not going to stop us from trying to be up front and you know, give all the American crowd something to root for.
And that first Grand Prix win at Acton, which was a great moment for you, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was you know, just a special weekend from the first day, and can't explain what it felt like for the amount of work that Yamaha did with the 50th anniversary colors, the year, just the whole event. All the legends were there, and for it to come together there at Assen, the historical track, the oldest one on the calendar for us, it was great. But you know, now we're on the red and white bike again, you know, tomorrow, so hopefully it can be good for me, and we'll do our best.
John, come on, you must be confident at the podium tomorrow, being up there, at least battling with those guys. Most definitely.
Yeah, I mean, we're going to get the best start we can, and we're not going to be dumb about it. We're going to, you know, put together the best race we can, but, you know, you can guarantee if we're within fighting distance, the bike's going to, you know, it's going to be, might be on the fence or on the top of the box. We'll see. We're going to see where we are in the race, but we're, you know, we got to put together a good race. But like I said, if we're close to the front, then, you know, it's going to be all or nothing for the fans for sure.
They are, ladies and gentlemen, all or nothing from Ben Spies. We're waiting now, me and Gus, because Eddie said no questions. So, let's have a big applause, though, for the man that first won the US Grand Prix here at Laguna, Seca, all-time world champion, 3 with Yamaha, ladies and gentlemen, Eddie Lawson. Over to you, Gus.
Right, okay. First of all, who's seen the video anyway of this lot dressed like before I was born, actually, I think? And who's seen it out there? Have you seen it? Well, make sure you watch it when you get home. But, Eddie, they were talking about it being easier in them days. You were talking about it being easier these days. Come on, then. What's the definitive on it?
I know it wasn't easy when we were out there, that's for sure. You know, we had a 500 and I don't remember a lot of traction control or wheelie control. But,
Here we go.
we're off. Yeah, no, drum brakes, yeah, probably. I don't remember. I've killed a lot of brain cells since then, but no, it wasn't easy, and I know it's not easy for these guys, that's for sure. I watch these guys going around there, and it's mind-boggling the speed, you know, so I know they don't have it easy, but yeah, I mean, those two-strokes were no fun to ride, and we rode it around there for about 55 minutes, and they were on the limit, and we were up out of the seat, and our heads are going through the bubble, and you know, so they were a lot of fun to ride, and I wouldn't trade it for anything, that's for sure.
There you go, we'll never forget those days, I'm absolutely sure. Why Steady Eddie? Because I never really, do you know why?
I don't know. It was anything but steady. My ass was up in the air most of the time, so.
Anything for a good rhyme, I think. You've been out this weekend on track, though, haven't you, as well?
Yeah, it was the first time in 20 years, actually. I was on the track, so it was a lot of fun following Kenny around. So, yeah, it was fun.
I'll tell you about Eddie. When he decided he was going to retire, I think we were in Sao Paulo in Brazil, he threw the biggest party in the hotel I've ever known. And I give him his due, he paid for every penny of it, and I've never forgotten that, Eddie. Thank you very well. I think you even missed the plane home, didn't you?
Yeah, I had a big headache, but we won the race, so that was all that mattered.
Ladies and gentlemen, he's 4 times world champion. He was the first winner at Laguna, Eddie Lawson.
And he was out on track with the king himself, 3-time world champion, Kenny Roberts, of course. And Kenny... Great picture. Kenny, you had some fun out on track as well, didn't you, earlier on?
I had a lot of fun. I damn near ass-packed myself going up under the bridge. And Eddie was there to watch it all. It was about a second away from really hurting myself really bad. I forgot all about carpet brakes, and I locked the brake up. Back end came up, front end's locked. I was like, what happened? Oh, dude, I'll tell you. I was like, the computer fucked up.
Those computers in your days, was there, Kenny? Just got on the road.
Shit, I had points. You know, I didn't have a computer. No. Yeah, I got to hand it to these guys. I mean, to think of riding around there on the limit as these guys do in this lean angle that they're at and worrying about the goddamn computer, I'm glad I was in that era.
Well, you know, man, we can't multitask, can we? We can only think of one thing at one time.
I can't get my phone to work half the time.
And just about some predictions then for the race tomorrow, Kenny. What have you seen this weekend, especially of the Yamaha boys this weekend? What have you seen?
Well, I think I can lead like the first 3 or 4 laps, and I'm going to pull in.
I'm looking forward to it. We start this campaign now.
I think you can lead the first 3 or 4
Yeah,
laps.
first
as
3 or
well,
4
I tell
laps
you.
I'm going to lead it, because everybody's going to be so shocked. and I'm going to be so out of control. And then I'll do like I used to train with Eddie and Wayne. I'd do 3 hot laps, pull in, wait for a while, do 3 hot laps.
And the video, which people are going to see later on, it was brilliant, wasn't it? And yeah, did we really look
I
like that
haven't
in
seen
those
it yet.
days?
It's
You
on,
haven't seen it? Oh, right.
It's on YouTube,
You
but
saw what you looked
I don't know what YouTube is, though.
You saw what all of you look like, though. Was it really like that back in the day with all this? I mean, did you have some shorts like that? That's what I want to know. I'll tell you what, Ben was sporting some of the tastiest shorts in the world as well. It put me off for dinner. Exactly, the tasty shirt as well.
I tell you what, the gentlemen at the end here said they were all coming in fancy dress, but of course they didn't tell Colin and Carol they were going to be the only ones, did they?
Hey, I'll tell you the worst thing. I had these shorts on, and all 3 of these guys go, I remember when I had those shorts. The scary thing is, I remember when I had these shorts, too. And I'm like, oh, shit, I'm an old guy in the club, you know?
I could never imagine you becoming old, Colin, I must say. Well, then, ladies and gentlemen, 3 times world champion, the man that brought American into Grand Prix racing, Kenny Roberts.
Thank you. I had nothing to do with it.
Oh, I think you had an awful lot to do with it, Kenny.
Just to quickly ask,
Yeah, sorry, Cal.
obviously Kenny went around the track, so I don't know if he passed the breathalyzer to ride today.
Breathalyzer was okay, so I had to pee in that damn bottle.